What's up, hackers? Welcome to TTI Live. My name is Taggart, and tonight we are hunting for some WTF bins. You may not know what WTF bins are, in which case, let me educate you. It's a project that I've been running for, like a year? God, has it been a year? WTF bins, what is it? WTF bins are binaries that are not malicious, but really want you to think that they are, or it seems like they do. These are often security tools, or they happen to be just basic system utilities that you would expect to find installed on systems that, when you look at them through the lens of incident response or threat hunting, show signs that you would usually attribute to malicious activity. So, for example, one of my personal favorites, this is a classic one, right, is like, when do we actually see base 64 encoded PowerShell? When is it actually used? Well, it turns out it's used all the time by SCCM, right? The Windows Configuration Manager, right? When you're deploying stuff to an enterprise, those scripts run as base 64 encoded PowerShell. They're gigantic scripts, which is why they're encoded that way. Another one that drives me absolutely crazy is something from Palo Alto. The Global Protect VPN client, like, multiple times a minute will run whoami.exe, like whoami/groups, as system. And every time I see, I even know to this day that it's not malicious, but every time I see it, it's like, oh no, who am I? And so after finding enough of these things, I decided that we needed, just like we have LOLBAS and GTFO bins, we needed a database of the things that we don't need to worry about, right? So that's what WTFBins is. It's a growing database of these sorts of things. We have a few, but we have a few more that we can find. And the thing is, like, a lot of times what happens is that you find these accidentally. You'll find them while you're not looking for them, right? They get in the way. But tonight, what I'm doing is I'm trying to find some specifically. I am trying to think about applications that I suspect are going to have weirdo behavior, and we're going to see what they do under the hood by using the same sorts of tools that we use for malware analysis. We're not considering these malware, but we're going to look at them the same way. So I have my Elastic Stack up and running with the Elastic Container project here in the lab. Usual stuff that we do with this. I'm hoping that the Elastic Stack stays pretty stable for us tonight. If it doesn't, then I am fully prepared to switch over to using Splunk and the Universal Forwarder. That's going to be an easy switch for me to do. I have that in the background if I need it. But I want to stay with Elastic as long as I can. We'll zoom this in a little bit just so it's easier to read. And up first, I have Avast free antivirus. I think that the free antivirus stuff is going to be a rich hunting ground for WTF bins, and I can't believe I've never done this before. So I've installed Avast already, and I just want to confirm that I'm getting telemetry here from our victim. All right, so we've got a lot of network connections. We are seeing some process runs. Okay, and I want to make sure that I'm getting... Okay, so this is event code 1. I want to see the process command line. So I want to toggle that column in the table. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything here that looks weird? There's going to be a lot of network connections. I'm also going to filter for the Sysmon dataset. And I'll tell you why. For now. Well, then we'll look at PowerShell, but for now, I'll tell you why. There are event code 1s that are going to get in the way here. Okay, so let's see. What do we have? We have some run DLL32s, and I'm going to need some parent processes as well, I think.
Well, when did you decide
There we go. There's our parent executable. We'll toggle that column in the table as well.
The message is Mars needs women.
And I do have the destination port and DNS stuff up in the event that we do have DNS stuff going on. So we'll see what we see here. At the moment, we have a bunch of 1s. Nothing too crazy here. Kind of working back through this. Remote proctoring software might be rich hunting ground as well, but it's probably just better thought of as spyware. You're probably right, Ginge. Some of this is about what I can get my paws on quickly, you know what I mean? So, like, I knew that I was going to be able to get free antivirus right away. And if all goes according to plan tonight, I would very much like to... I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. Not with this one. I cannot for the life of me get the Ventura or the Catalina or later macOS images to work on Proxmox. I don't know what's up with that. I can get Big Sur running. That's as far as I can go. I have a Pearson view login. I can say to their agent, don't stop trying to violate intellectual property laws and NDAs. HGB is always trying to send me stuff, and it's like, I didn't pay for that, and I can't put it on stream. Guess who gets sued in that situation? It's not you. But speaking of violating EULAs, this Mac OS VM is not going to play ball. I was trying to get a Ventura running, but it ain't going to work. So that's okay, though. What we'll do is we will remove this one, and I will use... I will try this another way. So this is kind of cool. The way that you get macOS running on Proxmox is you can install this thing called OS X Proxmox, and it installs this tool that allows you to do it. Now, I'm sure there's a way to get Ventura actually working, but I haven't been able to make this happen. But Big Sur works fine for me. So we'll build one of those. Big Sur. This is good. We'll put it on data 2. And 4 cores is fine. 8 gigs of RAM. Download the recovery image. Thank you. All right, so we'll let that kind of cook for a little bit. See if we can get a macOS machine up tonight. If not, whatever. But let's go back to our actual victim right now and run our first scan and see what happens when we do. All right, you're off to the races then. And where are we? Let's refresh this. Okay, we've got some DNS. Avast is checking the time. Some identity protection. Okay, nothing too crazy here. So run DLL 32. Oh, look at this. We have vsservice.exe, so generally speaking, that's the volume shadow copy. I know that because I was playing with it a lot this last week, trying to get and delete volume shadow copies via the Windows API. So that would make sense, right? Either Avast is scanning for volume shadow copies or making one before the scan is undertaken. What else you got? 170836. Okay. Quite a lot of network connections. Why in the hell is it using SSH? I should start taking notes on this. Sorry. Yeah. Let's get a new research note going. So we'll go. And let's call this WTFBins. We'll add that tag. Okay. I don't know why I Pascal cased antivirus. All right, so first off, what in the world is with the SSH connections? By the way, 10.199.126, I don't even know what that is. That's not an IP address that I brought up. Hey, Oreobite. We are hunting for WTF bins in this case Avast free antivirus. And so far, the first weird thing I've found is that it's making these repeated SSH connections, right? Using SSHD -R. What, it's like doing reverse port forwarding or something? But I don't see the rest of the command line for that. SSHD.Y. 10.1.99.126. I, honest to God, don't know what that is. Yeah, that's not a thing. Oh, no, there it is. Malware lab analysis. That's so funny. So I don't... So to be clear, we're on the victim. So when I bring up the malware lab, I always bring up two machines. I bring up an analysis machine that I can separate out any weird stuff onto that, and I have the victim machine that I detonate malware on. And I'm on the malware victim right now, but for whatever reason, this thing was attempting SSH connections over to 126, which is... Okay, I can close this. It's just in my way. Over to the analysis machine, which it shouldn't have any reason to do. Yeah, look at that. 126. Not leftover malware, Oreo. This is brand new. I just brought up this lab, these machines, like half an hour before the stream. Brand new Terraform run, brand new Ansible run. All of this is spick and span. This is as pristine an environment as I could make it. And so why is it doing that? Why is it attempting SSH? Huh. You don't see that every day. Well, I mean, except that apparently you do. All right, we'll put a pin in that. That's weird as hell. I don't know why that's happening. Let's see if we can reproduce. Why does Avast need SSH? No, that is the question. That is the question. We didn't make it... What are we? We're 14 minutes into the stream, and we've already found something weird. Okay. Let's refresh and see if it has anything else for us. Oh, sure it does. Okay. So here's our SSH stuff. We saw this already. All right, now we have... Oh, good, 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 good. I always love when we have weird DNS. .sb.avast.com. Anything that's .avast.com, like, fine, whatever. You're going to do bizarre stuff. OneDrive, that's not related. Yeah, this isn't related. I'm going to edit this. Is one of. There aren't any operations. Windows.sysmon.operational. Huh. Okay. I wonder if Bitdefender does that. Bitdefender's not... Oh, well, you mean under the hood? I mean, Bitdefender's just like a scanner. Is there something malicious using Avast? This is a brand new Avast install. There's no malware here, unless it's coming directly from Avast. And I did. I confirmed it was from Avast.com. Okay? This was the installer. I mean, you know, best practices. What are you doing? Let's do better than that. Let's... Oh, this is it. Okay. Yo. Okay, so this might be interesting. What I think I'm going to do... Freaking Reddit. Let's go over to our... Okay. We'll save that. And let's go make a new query. And let's go get... from the agent.name. Load my options. What's wrong with you? There we go. So let's look at what's going on with win analysis. And specifically, I want to do this. I want to do event.code 4625. I want to see failed logins. Look at that. There's quite a few. All right. What are my failed logins looking like? Whoa. Enough of them that it was creating duplicates. Here we go. So process.name, SSHD. We're going to filter for this value. And let's see if we have a user here. User.name. I'll call him a table. What? What? Okay. This happens a lot with WTFBins just because of the nature of them. I'm going to start freaking out because I didn't know that something did this. But maybe all of you did know. Does this strike anyone else as particularly strange behavior for a one endpoint antivirus scanner, that it is attempting to do essentially brute force logins. Sorry, just realized I had to fix a command. I love my antivirus to hide from my network. I'm honestly asking, is this something we expect? Evidently not. A lot of no users here. Okay, well, we got one. So that's cool that it does that. Yeah, this is absolutely what's happening here. I'll get one that actually has a name. Yeah. Fake user. Fake domain. I didn't make any of that. So there's no root or administrator user.name though. No. This is like, look at this. The subject account name. First of all, that should be something, right? But here we have a fake SID, a fake user, and a fake domain. So they're going to extra lengths to make sure that it is. God, weird. Okay. That's interesting. Let's reopen our WTFBins search. Okay. Let's proceed. So now close this. By the way, I'm doing just event logging. One thing that we haven't done, and we probably could or should, is do some network proxying to see what kind of network traffic comes off of this. That's kind of beyond what I would do for WTFBins, though, because with WTFBins, like, if you have a destination that you know is avast.com, like, then okay, it's gonna send stuff, right? It's gonna spy on you. It's gonna spy on you. Right? But if it's going to avast.com, we kind of know, like, yes, it's spying on you, but to the right place, the place we expect. Whereas if we saw in the DNS queries that we are tracking in Elastic some totally bananas domain that doesn't look like it has anything to do with Avast, then we would say, okay, what's this doing? So far, I've only seen avast.com subdomains, so I'm not too worried about that. Boss, the advanced issue is DNS takeover somehow, or DNS hijacking? Why? What? Okay. I don't even know what resolve would do for this. Alright, let's go in our settings. I want to see if there's a thing about SSH. Can I even click on the protection section? Nope. They want you to buy their VPN. I mean, I guess. All right, we're going to skip this for now. I really... Resolving issues now could save you a headache, or worse, later. Skip in the big red. Big mistake. Well, I like to live dangerously. Speaking of which, I don't want to make any promises, but I got through past Gmail spam filters, I got 2 separate fake invoices for Norton LifeLock. I don't know if any of you have gotten one of these, but they're basically like, hey, you just got billed $500 some. It's an amount that's not like, I didn't pay that. But it's an amount that it's like, I don't want that to be on my credit card. And so then they're like, if you have any questions about your account, call this number. What will happen next is they'll ask to start a remote team viewer or something session on my computer, and then they'll encrypt my hard drive. So I would very much like to do that on stream. I have to figure out how best to route my phone through Twitch so that you all can hear the phone call. And then we'll set up a VM and have them connect to that. It's not always Indian, Bast. It can be Bangladeshi. Yeah, and it can be American. Or Canadian. But we'll set up the desktop. Was that beer? No, this was green tea with mint. I think. Maybe there's mint in it. I'm gonna schedule the smart scan. I want to see what it does. I want to see if it calls sc.exe or scatasks. Avast service. Boy, it checks the time quite often. Trust installer. None of this stuff is particularly spicy. Yeah, none of this stuff is particularly spicy. Back here, close smart scan. Certain programs could be making it worse. Yeah, show me all the programs on this brand new computer that could be making my computer worse. Clean up premium. No. A welcome gift. Okay, so what is happening here? Okay, remote access shield is locked. Virus scans. Scan for threats before Windows starts up. What? What? Does Avast install a bootkit? No, it's not even a rootkit. It would be a bootkit. Like, scan for threats before Windows starts up. What are you? Oh, it's not even opening. Very good. It's always supposedly normal software that does a lot of things. That's the entire point of WTFBins. Bahan, dude. Hack alerts. Create or sign into your Avast account to have all your accounts linked to your email monitoring. We'll alert you if any of your passwords leak. Wait, stop. So what is it? What is it? It's like Give us all your passwords, and then we'll let you know if they show up someplace. No, I'm not doing that. Even if it's just emails. Ransomware shield. This is hilarious. Stop ransomware and untrusted apps from changing, deleting, or holding your personal photos and files hostage. God, I wish I had my work. So for work, it'll never see the light of day because it's a little scary. But for work, I built a ransomware payload in Rust that deletes volume shadow copies, like does the whole thing. And it's single-threaded right now. I want to make it multi-threaded, but even single-threaded, it rips an actual user's directory in under 2 minutes. With AES 256, and it does it correctly with a different IV for every file. I want to know if Avast would be like, oh no, that can't see this. So what does it do? It just does application allow and block listing for read writes. I mean, that will work if you set it up. What's on the allow list, though? There are no apps allowed. Oh, well, let's allow groove music. What's that even doing there? The stuff that you forget is there. Okay. Are we seeing anything else particularly crazy from Avast? Okay, I'm going to run the scan one more time. To see if it does that SSH nonsense again. All right, let's see. We query dns.google for some reason. Oh, this is actually interesting. Check this out. avastui.exe. Can you track CrowdStrike AV? I watched it 3-4 years back. It turned out a disappointment. Do they have a free trial? Look at this. Okay. What is this? What are we looking at, friends? Yeah, it's a wall of text. Hold on. Let's vim this up a little bit. Yeah, these are browser params. Sin, this is what you give to something. This is what you give to a Chromium application. Now, okay, so maybe it's Electron under the hood, which totally makes sense. But here's my question. Can I get Avast UI to load an unpacked extension? Let's see. No sandbox. Thank you. Xferry disable. Does it have node bundled? It's not going to be quite like that. But if it is, if it's an Electron application, which it appears to be, then what I want to know is if I can... No sandbox. Their choice was really not what sandbox is. Is that right? Yeah, it is. Look at that. Oh, man. Like Anakin Skywalker, they just hate sand so much. Yeah, that's right. I made you think about episode 2. I chose violence today. Okay, this was a WTFBins hunt, but now I have to know if I can load a malicious extension into Avast. And we'll all get credit for the CVE. So luckily, I still have my PowerShell session here. And we're gonna... How do I want to do this? Yeah. Git clone. No. Actually. Dang it. I should fix that. I should add git as a... Wait, I can! Chaco and Theo saw git. Hooray! Do that. I don't care. Take your scoop. Take your winget. Chocolatey remains the undefeated champion of installing packages easily on Windows. Okay, while that's doing that, how's our Mac machine doing? It's a whole process to set up a Mac machine. Where's my Big Sur? Oh, we gotta start it. And then we have to format the disk. Okay. It's so unnatural. I love it. Having the Apple logo inside of a hypervisor. Right. Meanwhile, I can exit out of this. And I'm just going to go over to my downloads. And I could set up this on my Kali machine, but there's no reason. Git clone. GitHub.com. Taggart/crux. Forbidden bug. sauce. Well, here's the cool thing about end-user license agreements, Robin. They have never been found to be legally binding in any court case. Software licenses, yes. End-user license agreements, no. Right, I'm not, well, actually, this worked out fine for Google, but I'm not Google absolutely ripping off Oracle's Java code. Right, so the first thing we do is go to disk utility. I know this is tiny. I can pop this up to full screen. and we have to format our virt.io disk as APFS. And I will call it Macintosh HD because I'm old. Man, APFS, I don't know. APFS caused me a lot more trouble than it solved, if I'm being honest. Because APFS was the death of disk imaging for Macs. Yeah, I can get Big Sur going, but I can't go any further. I can't do Catalina or Monterey. Which is ironic because, sorry, this is a very California joke, but Big Sur is never accessible. It's like a slight breeze and that part of the PCH just gets knocked off into the ocean. Okay. It's not going to be 2 hours. It's just saying that. Apple software, very reliable at lying to you about time estimates. Okay, for those of you who are just tuning in, what are we doing? Well, we were looking for WTFBins, looking for evidence of weird behavior that appears malicious inside of software, and our target was the free Avast antivirus scanner. And we found stuff. We actually found cool evidence. Right? We actually found that it was during a regular scan, and we're going to check to see if it did it again. It started making brute force, essentially, SSH logins to other hosts on the same subnet, which is bananas. Because we didn't expect that to happen, right? We just said run a smart scan. I'm thinking it's looking for malware. No, it's trying to like log into other systems, which is very strange. So we found that, and let's see if it did it again. Oh, right, but the other thing we found was that it turns out the Avast UI is a Chromium. It's an Electron app. But because it's an Electron app, I want to try something. Shutdown. Why was shutdown called? Oh, there's Git. My bad. I was like, what is happening? It was my installation of Git that did all this. This will mess you up, right? Looking at git.exe if you're not used to seeing Git on Windows. Net session. Here we go. Yeah, it did it again. Look at this. Avast service.exe making network connections out on port 22 to 10.1.99.126. So just to confirm, we are not on 199.126. We are on, I think, 124. Yeah, 124. 126 is another machine, which Avast shouldn't know about, but it's making these weird logins. Totally wild. Okay. So, what I want to try is I want to try to load a malicious extension into Avast UI. I'm really interested in this. So the way I'm going to do that is I actually have my own. Git clone. Yeah. I remember how Git works. Wait, what? Where is git.exe? We saw it running. It obviously is. C program files git. Okay. Git command. Is there like a bin? Git.exe. There we go. Clone. GitHub.com. Crux. So Crux is awesome. Crux is a demonstration malicious Chrome extension that I wrote. And it comes in two parts. There's the extension and the server. So what I want to try to do, I have no idea if this is going to work, is first what do I need? Yeah, sudo pip3 install Flask and Rich. I didn't bother doing a poetry thing for this one. Okay. So that's working. And then let's go over to our target. Actually, I'm going to do this in the GUI for reasons. In the extension, hey, by the way, defenders, if you want to really protect your environment from current attack techniques, for the love of God, disassociate .js files with the Windows-based script host. Have them open in Notepad. Nobody on Earth is writing their batch scripts or whatever in JScript, right? JScript being the Windows script host extension to JavaScript. And we know that malicious actors are using .js files to obfuscate their malware and have it execute if you click on them. So just disassociate it from the script host. No, you're not going to cause any trouble if you do that. Do that with a GPO, do that with a registry change, whatever you want to do. But that shouldn't be the case. All right, so my server host is going to be... what is my IP address on here? Uh, 10.1.99.100. Awesome. Okay, save that. Now, we're going to run program files. avastui.exe. Load extension. Oh, actually, I think I have to give it, if I remember this correctly, it's pretty weird. C users yes / seclab. Downloads Crux extension. Wonder if that loaded. Let's find out. Oh yeah, it did. Look at that. So here's the kickoff. Process ID 6904. I wonder if it's still running, though, you know? Yeah, it is. Look at that. Now, I think that's right? It's been a while since I've done Flask Run. Host. Interface to bind to, yeah. There we go. Okay, now. So we loaded the extension. But I only had it do anything when it was launched. So let's fix that. Let's just go to our extension here. Edit. Yeah. I'll stop messing with this if we don't make any forward progress. I was just curious. Yeah. I think there might be an interesting way to mess with that, but I think for now, we've definitely demonstrated that Avast has some weirdness in it. In terms of making SSH requests to hosts it shouldn't be touching. The last thing I do want to check, because we filtered this out a little bit, is I want to see if it did any weird PowerShell. We've kind of been ignoring it. I want to see if there's any. Okay. So yes. Now, a lot of this is me doing stuff. This isn't Security Onion. You did a custom elk stack on Proxmox. It's not Security Onion, but it is very little past the Elastic Container Project. So basically, my process is I launch a Linux host, I install Docker on it, and I use Docker Compose to bring up the Elastic Container Project, at which point I have Ansible playbooks to configure the fleet server, as well as any agents that want to connect to it using the enrollment token and the IP. So it's pretty bog standard, and that's by design. Security Onion is too much for me. It really is. It's cool, but it's so big. I can bring up this lab. I brought this lab up in 20 minutes, all from start to finish, which is tolerable. Whereas if I were to bring up and bring down Security Onion, it would be a couple of hours at a job. And I don't want to do that. All execute remote command. Trying to see if there's anything else that could identify. Oh yeah, file path. Let's put that in there. Thank you, PowerShell logging. By the way, folks, PowerShell logging is enabled for you. Out of the box. And if you're not looking at it, you're missing a trick. Oh, can I reorder them there? I can reorder them here. Put that right here. Okay, so we want chocolatey to be out of the mix. We don't care about chocolatey. But did something else run PowerShell? It looks like it did. It didn't have a file path. Now this is Windows itself. So this is me running this for one. Look how quickly they're coming too. Let's jump down to page 3 here. More chocolatey. And in the middle we have what? So I'm not seeing anything obvious in terms of Avast doing PowerShell shenanigans, which is cool. I saw a post on LinkedIn for a new tool called CertSync, like DC Sync, but for ADCS. Okay. Neat. Oh man, I saw, is it offsec.tools? This might be bad to just blindly navigate. Oh, got it in one. I don't know how many of you have seen this. It's not bad, and I'll tell you what, it's better than looking at Kitploit. In case you don't know, don't look at Kitploit. They're vultures. They're vultures. They just take other people's content and repost it as their own. Like they'll take Husky's and my README for Offensive Notion and post it as a blog post on their site. So don't do Kitploit. But this is kind of cool, right? They've got these different tags for things, right? Lots of interesting tools that you may or may not have been aware of. I found some stuff I didn't know about in here looking for cross-site scripting tools. Okay, I think I'm ready to call it Can you add to this? Sorry. Yes, you can. Isn't that what we call a news aggregator? Kitploid is not a news aggregator. A news aggregator is... Actually, I'll show you. Little behind-the-scenes action here. I will show you my Feedly. This is how I process my most of my threat intel in the morning. It's like the first thing I do when I start work. So I have my Feedly feeds, and I split them. This is my work one, so it's sort of split between cybersecurity and NatSec. And that's because there is an interplay between cybersecurity and national security. So reading both is useful to me. But I'll go through these, and anything that seems interesting, I will save. And then I have lists like scary, research that I want to read, and TWIC, which is This Week in Cyber, which is how I do the Saturday news segment. So anything that I think is worth talking about on stream, I will put in there and then review it later. That's a news aggregator. People who repost others' content without credit and making it look like it's their content, that is plagiarism. I am all about open source. I am also all about attribution. Okay, let's call it a day on Avast and go on to a new victim here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to revert. I'm going to roll back to the no WTFBins snapshot that I took, which will power off the machine. I'll have to power it back on, which is fine. And then hopefully that doesn't break Elastic. That's my concern, is that doing the rollback breaks Elastic. But as long as the clock works, we should be okay. What about teaching stuff that others have discovered? Would you consider that plagiarism? As long as you attribute it and don't try to claim it as your own, no. I don't understand why this is such a complicated concept, but what Kitploit does specifically is plagiaristic, because they post the content, they repackage it in their own styling to make it look as though it is their content, as opposed to providing credit to the original creators and saying, hey, go here. And they're leeching traffic, right? Rather than just linking off to the original source, they're capturing all of the traffic there first to make sure that they have that. There are better ways of doing, like, there are better ways of existing on the internet than being a middleman, and that's all Kitploit is. Like, take what I just did with offsec.tools. Did I send you to my blog post about it? Did I send you to my website that was somehow, like, mirroring that content? No. All right. Who's next? Step right up. Free antivirus. Should we do... Okay, we did Avast. Should we do AVG? I wonder if it would do more weird stuff in domain setting. I'll tell you what, Ginge, I bet it does more once you pay money. But yeah, maybe it would do more in a domain setting. Let's try AVG though. Oh, that's tiny. You know, I saw a lot of people complaining online that Windows stopped giving out the Edge, like developer eval ISO, which is true, but honestly, it's not that much more work to get the actual Windows 10 evaluation ISO up and running. Customize. We're obviously putting in the password vault. We're not going to do the enhanced firewall. That may do weird stuff. Boy, this looks shockingly similar to Avast. Is it the same product? Like, this install UI looks identical. Okay. Meanwhile, how's our Mac doing? Right. Can you drop the playlist? It sounds great. Take a look at the bottom left of the screen. You will see a window that says Night Ride FM. If you go to nightride.fm, you will find several internet radio stations, all of which slap. And because Night Ride especially makes sure to play DMCA-free tracks that the artists have allowed to be played for public consumption, that is what I choose to use for my music most nights. This track is called Neuromancer. How apropos. Okay, so macOS is actually installing now. We'll see how that goes. Meanwhilst. Nice. Ah, lost it. Okay. Was there something else I wanted to? Oh, I wanted to check to make sure that we're actually collecting telemetry in here. Oh, yeah. We sure are. This is more of this nonsense event code 1. Let me just filter these out. This is what I should be doing. Whatever this data set is. Yeah, let's filter the system.system data set out. Filter out value. Yeah, there we go. That's going to be much, much cleaner. Oh, that's so funny. Look at this. We have MPCMD run. What did, that was the executable. What were the command line args? Ah! I mean, you would expect that to be true, but it's still kind of funny. Wait, no. I do want command line. But I want it, like, right up here. Yeah. Okay. The executable I care less about. So, what are we looking at here? So, this is actually pretty funny. Even if we would expect it. So, let's make a new note here for AVG antivirus. It disables Defender. Yeah, it disables Defender via... Let me bring the parent over so it's easier to see. That's so good. Oh, that's so good. No, this one actually doesn't show a parent. What are you? Running a system. Oh, that's so wacky. Oh, wow. So that's one of those things that will sometimes happen running a system where we have yeah, we have an orphan process. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, because it's by a named pipe, too. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's something. Oh, man, there's lots of stuff. By the way, another Chromium-based UI. Look at this. Look familiar? Why, I do believe that AVG and Avast are the same thing under the hood. Or at least extraordinarily similar. Oh, yeah. That pain's gone. All right, let's see what else this thing did. Check Chrome. Some named pipes, that's always interesting. AVGUI/welcome. Yep, there's np command run disable service. PC server. There's a lot more going on in this one than the other one, than in Avast. Compare definitions folders. Okay. What else? You know what we're not seeing any of? Network connections. How about now? Richie, thank you for checking that out. My mic has been a little bit weird. I may have to get myself a new mic. Not a problem that I was looking forward to having. Look how similar this looks to Avast. Right, so what I was saying before was, I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Malware or other threats could be running in your PC memory, or your notifications could be visible. All right. But it does appear as though there's a lot more going on with this one than in Avast. Hey! But it too is doing some SSH shenanigans. Quite a bit of them, in fact. Oh, yeah. But you know what I'm not seeing is any network connections. We have event code 3 here, but we're not seeing anything go out. Wonder why that is. Okay, here we go. But that was from an hour ago. Yeah, for whatever reason, this one's not creating network connections out. Or at least so we think. What we'll do now is we'll, again, take a look at the win analysis and see if it was trying to get somewhere. $23.20, $23.18. Oh yeah. That's not how you spell name. There we go. Huh. Oh, that's so crazy. There's no name to speak of for this one. Ah, there it is. Fake user. And what's our time on this one? 18:19. Yeah, this was a couple minutes ago. So they're doing the same thing under the hood. That's pretty crazy. Now I am curious what they do in a domain environment. Which we can absolutely set up. Just crazy. Some new stuff here. We have WimServe. SW, IDS agent, WimServe.exe. WimFilter v2 extractor. WimServe.exe. I have no idea what this is. That's another thing about hunting WTF bins. You learn the internals of an OS pretty efficiently. totally unhelpful. Let's see if Encyclopedia has it. It should. Oh, yeah. All right. Can we make this do anything else? Let's resolve all. What does this do? What are these, like, phantom event code ones? What's going on here? From system application. Windows Security Center services started. Okay. So nothing in these events, but it's entirely possible that registry stuff got changed, which we would expect to happen. This is the exact same product as Avast. There's like no difference at all. Some styling differences. They're using rounded rectangles as opposed to rectangles. It's even the same diagram. Boo. All right. Well, then let us revert this thing. Let's see if we can get a little bit more interesting. Anybody have any suggestions? Oh god, how gnarly do you think Kaspersky is? I'm interested, actually, in what Kaspersky does and how it's different from the AVG virus stuff. What? What's the difference? Oh, CCPA is the difference. If you are a resident of California, you must select California in the drop-down menu to ensure your downloaded products is in compliance with the California Consumer Privacy Act. Yeah, okay. Let's see if it actually is. Yeah, actually. This one we will proxy. Let me just get the Kali machine warmed up. may be fun to compare both versions. It would be a lot of work, but yeah, you're right. It might be fun. Let me just fire up Zap here so that we can start capturing data. So this is the Kali machine I have in the lab. Oh, really? All right. .1.99.113. Alrighty. Let's do the Kali version. We'll save that to our samples folder. And did I don't think I did. Bring the victim back up. Start a new notes section here. I'm making faces, but actually I feel very fortunate to live in a state that protects my privacy the way that the CCPA does. It's not perfect by any means, but it's actually quite nice. It's as close to GDPR as the United States is getting, so. Okay. Back in business. Let's watch that time. Because it is not, in fact, 2:32 a.m. Yeah, you want to try that again? There we go. That's burned me before. Okay. I really should set a custom background for these, huh? I'm awful about stuff like that. Branding. You're only minutes away from a world-class blah, 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 blah. Proxy server. Oh, come on. 10.199.113. And data. Oh, uh-oh. I might have to do local properties. Yeah, I have to add that real fast. There we go. Shut up. There we go. Hey, look. Oh my god, Zap. Data. Okay. Oh, it's gonna freak out about something. That was dumb. Yeah, you know what I forgot to do, right? I forgot to install the Kali CA cert. Yeah. That's solvable. Pretty sure it's the same one. Okay. Yeah. It's the easiest way to get that. I think what, put it here? Yes. Trusted root certification authorities. Yes. Fantastic. Okay, we got to 5%. So we're doing better. Oh, yeah. All sorts of good stuff coming in here. And I'm sure this is slowing down the installation at all. All right. Is anything fun happening while this is taking place? Ooh. This one uses sc.exe. Maybe. No, this isn't too crazy. All right, 25%. How's our Mac doing? Be interesting to see what it does when you uninstall it. Yeah, we can check that out. Less than a minute remaining indeed. I don't believe you. Yeah, there's your MSI exec. All sorts of interesting stuff with MSI exec. This is obviously a much more involved piece of kit. The hell is this? Testing 1. Okay. That's really annoying. Thanks for checking it out, though, Richie. Yeah, I'm aware that it's Cortana, but I'm more concerned with the fact that it's XML. Insofar as my only Microsoft CVE comes from XML external entities. So I'm not going to test that on stream because that's not how responsible disclosure works. But this just popped in here, so if anyone else wants to give it a shot. Okay, but Kaspersky's downloading a bunch of stuff here. And then we're posting data. What did we send? Mostly garbage, but something is enterprise eval. Okay. How are we doing on these processes? Well, there's Defender. Some cleanups. Oh, whoa, it's installing extensions. Look at that. Wow, this thing has a lot more tentacles than our previous samples did. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my mic, and let me know if I'm a little quiet, because I feel like I'm either really peaky or I'm not picking up everything I need to. This mic has served me well for almost 3 years. I think I might, ironically, as there's like a whole bunch of fighting on the internet about whether XLR mics are worth it for streamers, and the answer is no, unless you're me and you're a dork about audio. This is a USB mic actually, but I think I'm ready to take the plunge to do full XLR with a mixer, because I have a mixer for the piano, but I think I'm ready to put everything through one. Sorry, that's not really relevant to what we're doing. It's the tiniest bit quieter than normal? Okay. Well, if I'm not peaking, I can live with that. Only data required for proper functioning of the application. I will not be signing in. Was that just it? It just goes away? Protection is disabled. Oh, gross. So you actually have to create an account. Very well. That's what my Proton Mail accounts are for. No connection to my Kaspersky. Ah. Whoa. So it has its own proxy server setting. That's interesting. All right, let's turn this off briefly. I wonder if it's just lying. No, it's not. Wow, Kaspersky. See what happens when we exit. You ever want? This is a like brand new machine, right? Look at all the junk that it is sending. Okay. But what we really care about is the Kaspersky stuff. Oh, it didn't even fully exit. All right, what happens if I try to bring it back up? Do you think it may not like the fact it's a sign of VM? Maybe. I don't really think that's the issue, though. Because watch this. Works totally fine, right? Good old MFA. Now you know what kind of phone I have. I just said yes. Whoa. There we go. Look at this extension. Yeah, sure. Turn it on. I absolutely just hit login though. It is possible that the proxy is messing with this. We'll try one more time. That'll turn the proxy off if I need to. Yeah, I don't think it likes the proxy at all for that. All right, one more time. If we can't make it happen with Kaspersky, we'll move on. But because Norton has plenty of stuff to play with too. That was it. It was just the proxy. I bet you there's certificate stapling going on. Or not certificate stapling. Certificate pinning? Well, I'd rather you didn't. Oh well, it's what unsubscription is for. Kaspersky, you're killing me. Ugh. Okay. We'll try one more time here. Oh! Ah, we're almost there. Okay. Finally. Wow. They do not make that easy, do they? It's not, don't freak at that. It's actually not uncommon for an OAuth callback to have its own web server. In fact, it's necessary in certain cases. Lots of stuff does that. All right, let's see where we are behavior-wise. Disabling defender. I'm beginning to suspect that that is not really it's not a WTF bin, because it's like one antivirus tool needs to disable the other. In fact, I would consider that a feature, that it's making sure that it's not going to run into defender. I quite like that. Okay. Yeah, no, let's go. Scan in the background. Unfortunately, not a lot that we could do with our proxy here, but that's okay. Where are my network connections? Seriously, where are my network connections? I haven't seen a 1. (22, 4104, 31). I'm not even seeing DNS queries anymore. Now I'm actually curious. I'm gonna regret this. Get win event. Yeah, max events 3. Filter hash table. Login equals Microsoft Windows Sysmon. Operational. This is how we do this. Let's see if just that much works. Good. Ah, see? Now, when were these from? 6:59. More SSH? $113. Oh, no. 8080. Oh, because everything's proxied. That's hilarious. Yeah, everything's going to go to 113 because we were proxying stuff. But we're not anymore. That's interesting. That proxying should have stopped. So this is one thing that drives me crazy. In PowerShell log events, win event logs, most of the juicy stuff is in this message, which is just text, right? To get actual data, there is a way to do it. But you have to install a different tool. Called Get Windows Event Log Message. And this will kind of wrap the result. And allow you to use more structured data. So I don't know what this thing's problem is. Oh, hey, PowerShell. Oh, wait, that's me. Every time. You see anything else cool? .NET Framework. Whoa. Wait, no. Hold on. Who kicked this off? This might be me. Yeah, well, yeah. That was me. That was me installing the script. Very little, though, in terms of what Kaspersky is creating in terms of noise. Oh, I didn't actually want to install NuGet, but whatever. These PowerShell scripts are going to look malicious or crazy, but this is just how PowerShell works. you can see this is the NuGet installation that we kicked off ourselves. Yeah, we're going to trust. I'll trust everything. Finally. Get Windows. Windows. Event log message.
In the year 4061, planet Earth was damaged by solar radiations, biological weapons, and human greed. No one could hope to a better future except them. Fighting the barriers
What did I
of space
forget to
and
do
time,
here?
they were the chosen ones to go beyond the unknown and find a better place for the next generation. From that moment, life was rising again, and they were called
Oh.
Star Streamers.
There we go. Oh, God. Okay, so that's working. Now let's get help on it. Okay. So, get Windows event log message, log name, Microsoft, Windows, Sysmon, operational, ID 3. Now it's called these nets. And yes, I just made it look for every single network connection. I should have done like max events 100 or something like that. And that gives us something to play with. So now what's cool is I have nets.event data object. And now I actually have data that's structured inside of the log, which I wasn't going to have before. So I can do like select that data object. Select destination IP.
Fighting the barriers of space and time, they were the chosen ones. Life was rising again, and they were called the Stars.
Come on. I always forget how to get these things out of hash tables. All right, We'll live with it for now. Kaspersky should be done our scan.
10, 9,
Main engine start.
And other than me messing around with PowerShell, did we see anything interesting? We really didn't. Whatever it's doing, it's not doing it in such a way that at least Sysmon is easily picking it up.
velocity 741 meters per second, altitude 1350 meters. It's super.
It's fighting.
Now, we could be looking at other event IDs. Right, there could be some WMI shenanigans going on or something like that. We can clear this filter. Just see everything that was going on in the system. A lot of system stuff here. What are we doing here? Hey, Ghost. We are hunting for WTFBins. At the moment, we're checking out Kaspersky antivirus just to see if it does anything weird. Okay, event ID 8. That's a lot of create remote thread. What are we doing? Okay, so that's different. Now, we don't know what's doing this at the moment, but I didn't expect to see this many remote threads get created. In rapid succession. PowerShell, you say? Kernel base. Was this me doing something? Let's see. It's possible. A lot of file writes here. Windows Event Log. This is me installing Windows Event Log message. There's once again SSH getting called. Or that might be just me. No, that's just me writing stuff. That's not weird. Ah, here we go. Some file writes. What did we write, Kaspersky? Some sort of DLL. Okay. Drivers. Registry stuff. DLL's going into Windows temp. Interesting. I wonder if they got cleaned up. Looks like no. Hello. Binaries.hash. Oof. Sorry, screen. Oh, something encrypted in here. But we have these DLLs. Written to temp. And the reason that's interesting is that if it's written to temp, then it could be overwritten. But we're not actually looking for vulnerabilities tonight. We can't do that in public. That's not responsible. What we are looking for is just weirdo stuff. We're looking for anything that looks suspicious. Not seeing it, though. This Mac is not working out, so we'll get a Mac OS machine going at some point, but it won't be tonight. Got to figure out why I'm having such trouble with it. Kaspersky's a huge pain, we've learned that. But we haven't seen it do anything particularly evil. That is cool that it has its own AMC provider. Let's see what it does against a sample. Or like an actual attack. Yeah. Got the Kali machine up. Might as well do something with it. Yeah, that'll work. How's my rusty needle doing tonight? I think we're good. Yeah, let's do it. Start our MTLS listener. And let's... I'm gonna do this here. Downloads wget 192.168.99.102.8443 rn.exe rn.exe. Great. So what we're doing is we're going to download a dropper, which will in turn get a second stage payload, which is going to be Sliver C2 shellcode, and reflectively inject it. And I think... Well, what I want to see is what Kaspersky does with it, for one thing. Okay, note.txt got picked up. In a second, if Kaspersky doesn't kill us, we should get a session call back here. Ooh, Kaspersky kicked our butts. What happened here? And more importantly, what did it do in the background? I'm impressed. A lot of file writes. Good lord, a lot of file writes. So I have a theory as to why it caught it. Oh, this is old. This is really old. I'm on page 2. I don't want to be on page 2. There we go. 13. These are registry events. Let me reopen my WTFBins search. Oh, wow. That's really funny. So, a lot of this kind of stuff. Hold on. I think I want to do what I want to do is see all sysmon, but not anything else at the moment. So we're going to filter for this data set and get rid of the other filters. And that's going to be the data that we look at. Yes, quite a bit of registry writing, which is unsurprising. Yeah, this is the app compat cache doing its thing, and then 5, right? Process terminated. This is rn.exe absolutely getting myrtleized. I wonder if Kaspersky maintains its own log provider. I'm really thinking it might. Let's find out. Malicious object detected. Blocked. Object path. .exe. Name. Trojan 132. Malicious object detected. Okay. How'd it catch me? I wonder if it was just on the file hash. It won't be in here. So when it does this stuff, I guess the question is, what does it do? Seriously, how'd it catch me? Not by the hash. File name? Reason, behavior analysis. Was it the network connection, or was it the injection? Either way, good job. But what we're not seeing is anything particularly crazy in the behavior, which is what we wanted to see, if there was anything. This is us opening up the event viewer. No? I mean, I expected to see a lot of weird Kaspersky stuff, but honestly, it hasn't been that bad. All right, we did AVG, we did Avast, we did Kaspersky. We discovered that both AVG and Avast will connect with bogus usernames over SSH to local hosts that it knows about or it can discover, which is of concern if you don't know about it. That definitely qualifies for WTFBin status. Yeah. I think I have accomplished what I wanted to accomplish tonight. I know it's a little bit of a shorter stream, but I'm feeling good. Searched for 3 things and found a couple of pieces of evidence, which will make it up to WTFBins. I also have a couple of WTFBins in the hopper that I need to approve. In fact, if you are interested, if you find something that is WTF worthy, I encourage you to contribute. It couldn't be simpler. All you have to do is open a GitHub issue. We have a template already for you. So you open up the GitHub issue, and then I'll take a look at it. And as long as it meets the criteria, then we'll check it out. So, for example, this Adobe Update Service one, right? During the update process, it appears that Adobe accesses and modifies Windows System 32 Restore Machine GUID, which may trigger detections monitoring for volume shadow copy alteration. It's part of the shadow process where... So I think I'm waiting for more evidence here. like logs. But some of them, let's see, to do system tray extension, application service host, drops a node virus. Really? That looks like it might be a false positive detection, but that might be interesting to check out. So yeah, if you have one, if you know of a WTF bin, and I feel like most defenders pick up one or two that they know about and they just kind of ignore as they deal with stuff in their environment, but let's catalog it. So take a moment, submit the issue, we'll work through it, and we'll add it to the database. Lastly, before I get out of here, I have to tell you, this has been the first stream since this has happened, that the Taggart Institute is now 100% free. We had a paid course on there, but honestly, it wasn't working for the community. And so we understand that, we're sensitive to that. And so now 100% of our course offerings from now until the end of time will be free of charge. You can enroll in all the courses you want. You don't have to pay a red cent. However, if you are in a position to do so and support the work that we're doing here at the Institute, support the course creators, not just me, Husky, SAR, we have a few other authors in the pipeline who are building courses, then there are a couple of pay what you can or pay what you wish options. $5, $10 for our basic courses, up to $15. We'll never ask more than that. $15 for the advanced courses, which in this case, or for right now, includes Responsible Red Teaming and Python for Defenders Part 2. Again, that is an optional contribution. You don't have to. But if you're in a position to, right, if you have the privilege to be able to pay for the course material that you're getting, we'd appreciate it. It will definitely help support the Institute. It's not free to run it, and it's certainly time that we're investing in it. So you can check all of that out at taggartinstitute.org. And I hope to see you in some of these courses. But until next time, which will be Saturday, let's see if there are any streamers streaming right now. I honestly can't tell if Cyber Warrior Studios is on or not. No. InfoSec Streams is, like, broken. I have to use my own Twitch account to see if there's anybody, in fact, on. Looks like no. Don't forget to look at the XML thing. Yeah, I won't. All right. Well, then I'm going to let you go on your merry way, friends. Hope you have a great evening. Hope you learned something. I know I did. Until next time, which will be Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. And happy hacking. I'll see you next time.